I'm sick of paying entry fees to see animals not do shit.
You know, guys, the time has officially arrived. It's been a few weeks. I know. Verdansk came out like 2.5 weeks ago. The Scatmaster made a couple of videos talking about the state of Call of Duty and the health, talking about the numbers with Steam, and we had all these gooch slickers in the comment section crashing out. We had so many content creators trying to call us out, several different news sources on Twitter like Ghost of Hope just completely contradicting themselves, looking like a bunch of hypocrites, all because we talked about the Steam numbers. Now guys, in today's video, we're talking about some Steam numbers, so if you get upset easily, there is a lot of options here, okay? First of all, you can close your ears, okay? You can mute the video. You can close your eyes if the pixels on the screen make you cry this much. You can click the X on the top right corner and exit out the same way that all of these people have been doing with Call of Duty, which is exactly why the numbers are not good. You can do several different things if you get upset easily and you start crying, okay? Here, let me make it easier for you. You see this motherfucker right here? This is Bobby Cosby. I'm gonna leave him up here for a little bit just to see if it makes you guys a little bit more comfortable, okay? I understand. It's difficult. Guys, Call of Duty is most certainly not back. We are not back. The only thing that is back is Activision giving you backies. Okay, stop defending them for free. Get compensated for it at the bare minimum, bitch. Oh, and another thing, I understand anytime I make a video like this, rage bait this, oh, easy view farming, easy money, easy clicks. Yeah, we get it, bro, alright? Yeah, I play the game, you guys cry that I'm playing the game and ranting. I don't play the game, you guys cry about me ranting despite not playing the game. Figure out your cope. And no, bro, we don't spend our time entirely on YouTube, Call of Duty, and looking at the fucking Steam charts.
Motherfucker, we got bills and shit!
Just pipe down, bow down, start twerking, and do the splits for this fucking guy right here. Shut up. But check it out, guys. Before we get into it, I'm gonna need you guys to do me a quick favor. Please, leave a like on today's video. You already know there's gonna be a lot of triggered people down here in the comment section, so I need you to balance it out by going #Fooly50 down in the comments below. We're on the way to 50,000 subscribers. If you'd like to subscribe, I would appreciate it. But guys, let's get right into it. So, the reason I'm coming back with another video on this, honestly, is because the other day, I tweeted out, Call of Duty is so back. And a lot of people have been getting their eyes on this. A lot of people have been crashing out. A lot of people having some discussions, some frustrations in the replies. And honestly, I'm just sitting back like I'm a warlord, just amused by the entertainment at the amount of people that are upset with me posting Steam numbers on a fucking Wednesday. Now, at the time that I'm recording this video, the Steam numbers indicate about 75,000 people playing every single Call of Duty from MW 2019 to Black Ops 6 and Warzone Verdansk included. And yes, I know, before we start talking about the statistics, I understand what everybody's cope is. Oh my god, it's a fucking weekday! It doesn't count, only count on Saturday! Well, this is my response to this, okay? This is a tweet that comes out from myself, yours truly, on Easter. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but do yourself a favor and enjoy these bangers on my Twitter, alright? Happy Easter, everyone! Steam charts do not count today because it's Easter, and yesterday it didn't count either because it was the Saturday before Easter, and as you can see in this screenshot, there was 108,000 players that were playing, I think it was on Saturday. And then on Easter, at the time that I'm recording this video, it was about 97,000, less than 100,000. It definitely cracked over 100,000, but guys, when Verdansk came out and peaked at around 138,000 players, and as I predicted just 2 weeks afterwards, we're looking at numbers that are barely cracking 100,000. You understand that's like a 25 to 30% drop? And you understand that is not a good number? Do you understand that's a very drastic decrease? And if I'm out here making fun of it and the gooch slickers are out there crying over it, you bet your ass Activision is mad as all shit. Which reminds me, have you guys seen any type of tweet coming out of Activision talking about, oh my god, the success of Verdansk has been incredible? I haven't seen shit like that, and every time there's a new Call of Duty or any of these massive updates, Activision are the first ones gassing themselves up. Where is it? It's not there. You know why? Because Verdansk fucking flopped. And before you start crying, no, that doesn't mean Verdansk is bad. I think Verdansk is good. I think Season 3 overall is quite decent. Does that mean Call of Duty has been saved? Does that mean these numbers are impressive? Absolutely the flying fuck not. Now, it's time to address some of the cope that people have with us talking about Steam charts. The first thing is that people are gonna say, oh well, the Steam numbers don't count because people are at work. Yeah, bro, I get it, okay? I gave you guys 2 whole fucking weeks, okay? There was an entire week where I didn't even upload. You had 0 rage bait from me because I was sick, I was dying, I was on my deathbed. Activision tried to take the Scat Master out, but unfortunately for them, I'm the fucking Scat Master and they ain't doing shit. Also, yeah, bro, I get it. We're talking about Steam charts on a Wednesday or a Thursday. Look, every single day it's something, right? It's the Saturday before Easter, it doesn't count. It's Easter Sunday, it doesn't count. It's Mandy Muse Monday, it's Taco Tuesday, it's fucking Women Appreciation Wednesday. Every day there's a goddamn excuse as to why the numbers do not count. Shut the fuck up!
We've become so smart, they're stupid to us!
I wholeheartedly do not care about the actual physical number that you see on Steam. If it says 1 person is playing, if it says 1 million people are playing, I don't care. I look at the Steam charts, and so do many other people, to look at the trend, to look at the fluctuation of the numbers, the decreases and increases, the peaks and the lows. This is where we get into that portion where people really get upset because they truly do not understand how trends and statistics work. First of all, people want to say Steam accounts for the lowest amount of players in Call of Duty. Where are they getting this information from? I don't fucking know, but let's pretend it is. Do you understand, statistically speaking, even if this is the smallest player base in Call of Duty, if there is a 10% decrease on Steam for any reason, doesn't matter the fucking reason. If you look at console, which according to these fucking dumbasses, they seemingly think consoles account for like 80 to 90% of the entire Call of Duty player base.
I want to be in the Special Olympics.
Let's pretend that's true. You understand that more or less there is a 10% decrease on console as well if there's a 10% decrease on Steam. That's how trends and statistics work. If you don't understand it, if you seemingly disagree with that, take a stats class. That's how data collection has worked for the last like 3 fucking centuries. You want to disprove it? Go ahead. I've called out people to do this for the last like 3 weeks and nobody has anything. I've had other people in the comments talking about, oh, Steam numbers don't count because if you saw J-God's video, there's 9 million people on PlayStation alone right now. First of all, cap. Secondly, the fuck do I look like watching a J-God video? Are you dog shitting me? I'm not watching, I'm sorry. Next, in my tweet talking about Call of Duty is so back and just making all of these gooch lickers upset, there was a response from a content creator. Now, I don't want to call this guy out. I'm gonna show the tweet, but I'm not calling him out because I personally think he's just been misinformed by some of the other content creators out there and some of the other news accounts and sources on Twitter that are just spewing out nonsense. And I don't inherently have anything bad to say about this guy, but this guy named Expel, he says, in response to my tweet, Steam is roughly 5 to 7% of the player base, and likely smaller based on internal leaks of PlayStation and Xbox users on Warzone. This puts COD around 2 million average at any given moment. And while, yeah, based on the math, that adds up, if Steam is about 5%, then yes, the average Call of Duty player count across all platforms would be 2 million. But let's take into account 2 things. First of all, that statement cannot factually be proven in any way, shape, or form. But let's do this again. Let's pretend it's true. 2 million players playing Call of Duty is not the same as 2 million players playing Call of Duty HQ. What does that mean? Once again, Call of Duty HQ, which is being measured by every single platform accounts for MW 2019 Part 2, Part 3, Black Ops 6, all their campaigns, all their Spec Ops and Zombies and third game modes, and Warzone, particularly right now Verdansk. Now, if you combine all of those and you're only reaching 2 million players, that fucking sucks. There were millions upon millions upon millions of people playing Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 on one single platform, on a PS3, a single solo platform. Mind you, it's also a solo game. And over time, especially around the pandemic where there was a massive boom in gaming, there's probably more people playing video games now than ever before, and Call of Duty HQ is barely reaching the same numbers as a solo title from over a decade ago on one platform. And you want to tell me that's impressive? No, man, absolutely not. And the last cope that needs to be addressed, and I mean, we've been addressing it this entire video, is seemingly where Steam sometimes counts and Steam sometimes doesn't count. Who makes the rules up? I don't know, whoever's narrative needs to be pushed out the farthest. Let's remember this tweet from the Ghost of Hope, okay? He was on thin ice for a moment there because I was getting ready to send his ass over to Epstein Island with these god-awful takes, but he came out here earlier in the month and talked about people who keep bringing up Steam charts thinking it says anything valuable about the state of Call of Duty, right? He's trying to make a little joke out here, I get it. We're impression farming, we're engagement farming. I understand, the little guy had some confidence, it happens. However, what's really unfortunate about this is just a couple of weeks later, he comes out here and talks about sitting at around 90 to 100,000 peak every day consistently since Verdansk released. Can even see the graph below across 6 months. It's held pretty steady so far. Which is crazy because just a couple of weeks ago, apparently Steam meant absolutely nothing about the state of Call of Duty, but now it indicates that things are steady.
Dumbass!
Listen guys, nobody in the comments section, no other content creator, none of these little news guys, none of them will ever come out here and try to debate, disagree, or argue against the Scatmaster, and honestly, they won't even go against some of the other guys out there, okay? People have given them responses talking about, yo, first of all, you're contradicting yourself. Secondly, Steam does count. Thirdly, it's about how the trends and statistics really genuinely work. And fourth of all, these numbers, yeah, they're better than they were 2-3 months ago, but that doesn't mean Call of Duty is back or it's revived or it's in a healthy state. And none of these guys are gonna have a response for any of that because they understand we'll dance circles around them. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been 2 weeks since Verdansk, and the numbers have decreased on average about 25 to 30% already. I'll go ahead and pretend with you guys, okay? Let's pretend Steam is the lowest player base. That 25 to 30% drop, if you go look at PlayStation or Xbox or Battle.net or PC Game Pass or whatever other fucking platform you want, there is more than likely somewhere around a 20 to 30% drop off there too. Also, if you're upset that we keep on bringing up Steam charts and that's the only kind of data we can pull up, motherfucker, that's not feedback for us, that's feedback for Activision. Go redirect that over to them and beg them to release the player counts for the other platforms, and then maybe we'll stop talking about the only place we can pull data from. Fucking dumbass. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What do you think of all of these people trying to cope with the state of Call of Duty? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.